As I mentioned at the start, at this point I'd like to take some time to do the honors. First, I would like to invite our chief guest up to say a few words. Dr. Balasubramanian, would you please come up here?
Good evening, everyone. Namaskaram to all parents and teachers, all music lovers. Okay, please give a big applause, round of applause for this wonderful singers. I would like to extend my thanks to Mr. Gopal and Krishna for inviting me. And of course, the Guru, Mrs. Janaki Ramanan and Mr. Ramanan, sir. Okay, before I say a few words about this concert, I would like to talk few important aspects in Indian music. So any art, if you want to enjoy, you need kind of a vision to see the art. But music is not like that. You need ear. You cannot see the sound. Okay? That's why it's called nada. So this Indian music is very spiritual, and that's why the sound is always like a spiritual thing, and that's how the music was worshipped. And music is also, seen by many composers, musicologists, all sages as a, eternal element. So this, especially this music, Indian music, it integrates mind and your body. So when you listen to this concert, you hear the music, and as well as your inner body, moves according to the sound that the artist is creating. So it's a wonderful, wonderful concert. I thoroughly enjoyed the concert right from the beginning. I'm very sorry I was a little late, but I came on time just before the concert starts. So when I listened to Kruttika's concert, her confidence was amazing. She was after each and every piece, she was like, it was beautiful to see that. And her voice was so clear, crystal clear voice, and also the range of her voice is so beautiful, and her diction. These are the basic elements for a musician to, that your voice should be very appealing, and audience should enjoy the sound of your music, whatever it is. It's whether a composition or improvisation, whatever. You have to have a nice voice. But she has very nice voice, and her voice is full of beautiful sound. That sound is also very important. Just not voice is not enough. Some people, they have a nice voice in certain range. So when they reach higher range, you cannot hear. Listen to that. It's but she has a very beautiful range from lower octave and higher octave. Everything is perfect. And about the concert, the list was so big. That's not for 1.5 hours concert, but she did. I think she's 11th grade student. She was able to manage the whole concert, and her voice is still it's fresh. It sounds fresh. The compositions in different ragas like Hamsadvani and Mahaganapati, and I really enjoyed her improvisation, that is Swara Kalpana for Mahaganapati in Nate Ragam. That was really, really beautiful, and her core voice for in the Nate was really great. And then the Tani, before Tani, the Vasudevayani, Kalyani, her main piece, I just want to say the elaboration of raga was fine, but she's just a 10th grader, so what you can expect, but she can improve. Her brother mentioned that it was 20 minutes, but in future she's going to expand it for 45 minutes or 1 hour. And thank you, Kruttika, one more time for a beautiful concert. And about the violinist, this is the first time I hear. She's really awesome. Beautiful. Excellent. Few years back, L. Ramakrishnan is a very nice violin player. He was there in Connecticut about 8 years back or 9 years back. We didn't know that he was living in Manchester for 3 years. So first 3 years we didn't know. And then somebody told that here we have a violinist. And then, so we used to get together. And then after some years, I think he got really bored to be in Connecticut because there is no chances, for performing. And then he left to India last year. Now he's visiting in this fall as a third time in this year itself. So he's a busy artist. He left his job, and so you can accompany us, And you can make out the lineage of Lalgudi Shri Jayanaman sir's style. And then I learned that, she just started with Mr. Vittal Ramamurthy. He was a very close friend of me. When I was in India, I used to sing a lot with him in concert. And then now she's learning from Padma Shankar, another student of Lalgudi, Sri Jayaraman sir. Her Kalyani Alapana was very, very nice, and then she gave a beautiful accompaniment. Accompaniment is not an easy job, you have to know the limit, how to play, how much you have to play. How to support the main artist, and she did an excellent job. And then finally, my favorite friend, Sri Ram Ramanan. Usually in Tamil they say Pakavadyam, Pakavadyam. So his vadyam, his taniya, his accompaniment was really Paka, wonderful accompaniment, and then there are two elements, like Shruti and Laya. These two are very important for Indian music. So he gave a beautiful accompaniment for the main artist, and a very supportive. And when his turn came, like Tanya Vardhanam. So usually some people say that Tanya Vardhanam is Tani. It's not Tani. It's an extension of a song. Okay, so we have to enjoy the music as well as the rhythm. That's how Indian music is very much together very tightly in music and rhythm are interconnected. You cannot separate that. So his Ferences and beautiful core wise, it was so beautiful, Sri Ram. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I just want to make a note on her Virutham. So you don't have to prolong the words too much. So you have to sing it a little shorter. So that, because Virutham singing is it's not an easy thing. So you cannot put your music in that. So the words are very, very meaningful. So that's the only part you have to focus. So when you say the words, what's your name? So Kruttika, you cannot say Kruttika, so not like that. So that part you can correct it. So I want to say something to add for this concert. And beautiful list, and thoroughly enjoyed. I bless you all the very best in future endeavors. Thank you so much. I also enjoyed Venkat's presentation. Thank you. You have a wonderful family, Kruttika. Enjoy your life.
Thank you so much for those kind words. Next, I would like to invite Srimati Janaki Ramana, Kriti's guru, to say a few words. Please come on up here.
I'm very, very, very sorry because I didn't say anything about Janaki Ramanan. My apologies to Janaki Ramanan. I knew her about 10 years. Yeah. So I know she was teaching Carnatic music to students in New Haven area, but I really, really delighted to hear this music from her. So it's all come from the very good teacher. That's very important. So Guru Leke Yetuventi Gunigi. That's Tyagaraja says. If you know Guru, if you don't know the Guru, if you don't understand the Guru, you cannot learn the music. And without Guru, there is no music at all. So that's the Indian philosophy. So I'm very thankful to Mrs. Janaki Ramanan. My apologies again for not mentioning you. Thank you.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Distinguished Chief Guest Dr. Balasubramanian, well known as Balu Sir, the Gopal's family, my dear friends and families, namaskarams to everyone. When my husband Ramanan and I decided about this Arangetram, I called my Guru Balu Sir and requested him to be the chief guest. He immediately agreed. My sincere thanks to you for presiding over this Arangetram and your chief guest address. On behalf of everyone, I congratulate Kruttika for a wonderful concert today. She did an amazing job. When it comes to music and theatre, Ramanan is a true visionary born in the family of teachers and scholars. He was able to help me design this Arangetram with great detail, and most importantly, he has been the main pillar for me to execute this Arangetram today. So, without him, I would not have been able to accomplish this, and my sincere thanks goes out to him. Thanks, Ramanan. Now, it's time to bake a cake. Ingredients are flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, baking powder, vanilla, sugar, butter, etc. Ingredients individually do not taste good, but some, like sugar and butter, are good to eat. Making and shaping a student to give a good concert is like baking a cake. Some are good and some are bland. I have to give such ingredients appropriately. So Kruttika, now you know the times when your works and practices are rewarded. I gave you sugar and butter, sometimes not. I am very happy to have Kruttika as my disciple because of her passion and devotion to music. It was a challenge for me to present such a concert in short time of 4 months. However, Krutika's commitment to singing has paid off. She put in an enormous effort and numerous hours of practicing. Just few days before the concert, I had decided to include a new Kruti, and I sent her the lyrics in the morning. And that evening, she memorized the song and sang it the next day. Good job. I hope she is an inspiration to all the upcoming music students. I bless Kruttika to continue to learn music and be successful in her life with this divine art as part of her life. I also thank the accompanying artists, Sriram and Sujata, who really dedicated time for practices and provided input when necessary to help the concert become a success. I will acknowledge them soon, but before I do that, I should not forget to mention that Krutika's parents trust in me during this wonderful journey. Throughout the process, they never asked me, how did she sing? It is me who always gave the positive and negative feedbacks to him. Thank you, Krishna and Gopal, for the freedom. Your family's devotion to Bhagwan Sri Krishna is well known. Mat bhaktya yatra gayanti tatra tishtami. Hey Narada, I am present where my devotees sing, says Lord Krishna. Now for the accompanying artists, Sujata. Sujata's violin support was very beautiful today. Thank you, Sujata. She is very well known in our community, and she has made numerous trips to the practices, and each trip was valuable lesson for Kruttika. Thank you, Sujata, for making this concert a successful with your accompaniment. Sriram, despite his full-time position as a researcher, was able to make it 100% for all practices, and he also supported this concert to his best. I am proud to have Sriram accompanying my students' Arangetram. On that note, I would like to acknowledge some of my well-known musicians and friends who are not present here today, but they are all happy to send their good wishes and blessings to Kruttika. I would also like to make a special mention to all music teachers and Vidwans who supported this event from various perspectives. Kruttika, you have now entered the ocean of Carnatic music only ankle deep. It's a very vast ocean, and I wish you good luck to continue this journey and enjoy the vastness of ocean. God bless you. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to honor Srimati Sujata Kidambi and Sri Sriram Ramanan. Amanappa. All you.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I hope you are enjoying Kruttika's debut solo concert. Thank you, thank you. Awesome job, Kruttika. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and it really took a village to put together this Arangetram. So, I'd like to take this time to convey our heartfelt thanks to all the people who have helped us in various ways to make this event possible and such a success. We would like to start by thanking our chief guest, Dr. Balu, for accepting our invitation and joining us today to honor and bless Kruttika. Next, of course, we would like to thank Srimati Janaki Ramanan for her tireless efforts in preparing Kruttika and leading her concert today. Thanks of course go out to Srimati Sujata Kidambi and Sri Sriram Ramanan for graciously agreeing to accompany Kruttika on her big night today. And we would remiss if we don't thank, a big thank you, in fact, to Mr. Ramanan for all his inputs and insights how to go about planning, preparing, and executing an Arangetram. So, thank you very much, Mr. Ramanan. We would like to thank the Vankaila family, especially. Like Krishna likes to say, we got a super deal of ask one and get four free. It started with Abhilash. Abhi, thank you for the awesome pictures. Everyone can see the banners that we have put out and the brochures. So the pictures were courtesy Abhilash Vankaila. Ravi, we are grateful for all your help with the setups, decorations, logistics, and of course, as the concert was progressing, following up with our caterer and ensuring that they were able to get in and set up the food. And on the same note, thank you Abhi and Adit for rushing out and picking up some food that had to be picked up midway. Srilata and Alekia, thank you both very much for taking charge of getting Kruttika ready, both appearance-wise and mentally ready for the big stage. Thanks also go out to Jayapati for all the help with the setting up this awesome background and the stage this morning. It's a lot of time. Thank you very much, Jayapati. And on the same lines and setting up this big stage today, we would like to thank Ramesh, Shakila, Sneha and Jayraj, and of course Ravi and Srilata, who helped us in making all this decorations possible. We are very grateful for all our relatives and friends who have traveled today here from California, Texas, Virginia and Massachusetts to partake in today's event and bless Kruttika. Thanks go to my sister and brother-in-law who very recently came to Atlanta from India, and they were able to fly down this morning to join us in this big event. Thank you. Thank you to Usha, Lata and Mini for helping out with the delicious food at home. Our gratitude to Rajiv and Shiju, who helped us put together the background, the banners that you saw out front and the brochures. And a big thank you to Ravi Shankar for picking up the brochures and carrying it from India, and Vidya for the decorative pieces for the stage. Thank you Mala and Roshni for doing some last minute shopping from India for us. Thank you to Salman from Bolo Singh Entertainment for the great sound setup, and Kevin Rossi from Timeless Moment Videos for capturing today's performance. Thanks go to Matthew from Coromandel Restaurant for the food, awesome food that we are going to have later. Thanks to Mr. Chris Burton and the Milford Board of Ed for allowing us to use this facility and for all the help in setting up the cafeteria and the stage with us this morning. I'm sure we would have, if we have missed anybody who have helped us out today, please, it's unintentional, and we definitely are very, very appreciative of all the help that has been rendered. And finally, we would like to extend a big thank you to all of you, the audience you have been a wonderful audience for being here. And Krishna just reminded me, we are also thankful to Krutika's grand aunt, who is one of our biggest fans and who has traveled all the way from Texas to be here. All these years, she has been a very big fan, and she has been mentoring and helping Kruttika build up the confidence. And so, thank you, Priyama, for everything. And thank you all for being here, and we are definitely humbled and very grateful for your presence in joining us today. Thank you.
So I just prepared a quick 24-minute speech that I'd like to... No, I'm just kidding. Thank you all for being here. We're going to wrap up the concert with 2 more pieces. So the final piece will be the Tillana, which is set to Ragam Revati and Misra Chaputalam, and was composed by Sri Lalgudi Jayaram. It will be immediately followed by the Mangalam, but please remain seated after the Mangalam so I can invite Kruttika to come up and say a few words.